It is time to dispute, y'all. So, Justice, what we talking about? By the way, you can tweet us all morning long at Commute BNR. Tell us your opinions and thoughts.
Okay, so Demi Lovato put out a post on Instagram that said gender reveal parties are transphobic. She said, this is not about being politically correct. It's about being correct. The refusal to acknowledge this stems from misunderstanding of what transphobia is. Transphobia is not just prejudice or violence against an individual trans person. It is a belief system that presumes non-trans people to be more natural.
Why didn't you read it in the voice you was doing on the break?
This is the voice I was doing on the break.
I know, I'm saying, why don't you?
Only individual people can self-determine their gender.
So the question is, do you agree with Demi Lovato, the gender reveal parties, gender or transphobic? Now, before we get into this, I want to preface, well, first of all, I want to say, tweet us your opinions at Commute BNR. You can call or text 973-720-2738. But I also want to preface, just as Demi Lovato is sharing her opinion, so are we.
Also, none of us?
Our interns on the air too.
Also, none of us are like transgender to my knowledge. So this is coming from someone who's not that.
Just we're sharing our opinions. We're not inclined to speak on this, so enlighten any of us if we're wrong.
Yeah.
But again, these are our opinions, just like Demi Lovato shared hers. So, okay, now you may proceed.
I completely disagree with her 100% because she's just assuming that you should go about raising your children genderless.
Mm-hmm.
And like, not to say that that's wrong, but like, how do you, as a parent, expect to raise a child without any sort of gender like identity? Like, I understand the idea of parenting a child without forcing them to follow a strict, gender role or whatever. Like, don't make it so that boys have to wear blue and girls have to wear pink and like, enforcing that. But that doesn't mean that like your son isn't a boy or your daughter isn't a girl.
Well, let us clarify something real quick, okay? Sex is what you are biologically. Mm-hmm. Gender is how you identify. So technically, if we're being real, these should be called sex reveal parties.
Exactly, because it's just revealing, the genitalia that the child has.
I'll give Demi Lovato what?
That doesn't sound good though.
We revealed we had sex.
Yay!
I mean, it works. It makes sense. But technically though, if we're adding to Demi's point, yeah, it's kind of in the fact that we're not revealing their gender, we're revealing their sex. But in this woke world that we live in now, we have to just clarify, I guess, that babies cannot decide. Newsflash, babies and toddlers can't decide or identify what their gender is at birth.
Exactly.
So, I mean, is it wrong to assume based off of just the sex? I mean, I thought that was pretty normal.
I feel like she just assumes that parents who identify the gender of their baby before they're born are not going to accept them if they decide to change that, which I feel like is the part that would make it transphobic. That was kind of
like the preconceived notion that she made.
But like you sharing the gender of your baby while you're still, pregnant and, you're celebrating the child and you're excited about it doesn't necessarily mean that down the line you're not going to accept them if they decide to go against that.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's be real here. Like you said, Vaughn, a baby's not going to be able to know what gender they are or, we're born with until, they get of age to understand those things.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying that, being, born male or born female is more natural than trans people. But let's be real. What are trans people? Trans people who are people who figure out that, they were born to be a different certain way than, I guess, their body parts. So they change. They change themselves. So I don't think we're saying that one is more natural than the other, but it shouldn't be the norm. Like, here's my baby. Like, is it a boy or a girl? It's like, it hasn't decided yet. Like, what was it born as?
And especially like in the world that we live in, if someone just decided to not give their child a gender, like your kid still has one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, if you don't teach them the gender binary, they might not ever figure out if they're trans or not. Because obviously, like a lot of trans people figure out that they're trans because of the gender norms around, being a girl or being a boy that they grow up in.
Yeah. And it's
I feel like you shouldn't make a decision for your kid.
It's very normal. Not normal. I'm going to say it's very natural and common, I guess, to look at somebody and assume their sexual orientation. Is it right? No.
Not their sexual orientation, their gender.
No, it is. It's common to assume somebody because, I guess the norm is, they be straight. But, I guess people...
I feel like even that is it's gone away.
Really?
Yeah. not necessarily all the way through, but I feel like little by little that's going away. Like, it's less of a big deal.
Is it right? No, if we assume. But do we ask questions to find out? Yeah, but that does not apply here because we can't ask a baby or a toddler or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's more inclusive to, decide what your child's gender is, figure out if it's a boy or a girl, and then raise them based off of that notion until they decide that they don't want to be that.
Exactly.
And just accept them when they make that decision for themselves.
It should be their decision. And then you shouldn't push it on them.
And then to raise them in a way that doesn't force them to confine to strict gender norms.
Hey, Demi, I have a solution. If you are that offended, don't go.
Exactly.
Literally,
I guess you're not invited to.
Just don't have a gender reveal party.
Exactly.
This too woke world has me questioning a lot of things, man. Why do we? If I want to, I guess, play white devil's advocate and agree with.
Not white devil's advocate.
Well, what is she? What did she say last week? What did you say? She's
one
Colombian,
Puerto Rican. I don't know.
Don't say that.
If I want to play devil's advocate. Okay, hey, we throw birthday parties. Why don't we throw just every other day parties?
And you have baby showers and the baby shower.
Why don't we celebrate non-pregnancy? Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't get pregnant.
Baby showers.
Yeah.
What about toddler showers? Huh?
Yeah. Or grown-up showers.
What about young adolescent showers?
Yeah.
How about that, Demi?
Young adolescent
showers. Don't y'all take showers every day?
Exactly.
No, it's the same.
I shower every day, Demi. Where's my shower?
Yeah, if this is the case, we shouldn't celebrate birthdays. The same way people have gender reveals, but the baby identifies as a different gender. People have birthdays, but people die.
Exactly.
So we should stop celebrating birthdays too.
What about Vice President's Day?
Yeah.
Treasury Day.
Treasurer, Secretary
Mayor of New York
Day.
To be fair, there is a Secretary's Day.
Oh, God, here we go. You're fired.
Yeah. Hop off the mic.
But
I don't think when somebody grows up and they realize, so let's just say me, let's just say at this point in my life or even younger, or let's just say this is an example because this came out, 2 years ago, Zaya, D-Wade's daughter, who was born as a boy and wants to be identified as a girl now, okay? I don't think when Zaya, now, or even still when she grows up is going to look at, when she realized she wants to change her identity, I don't think she's going to get mad at Gabrielle Union and D. Wade for being like, oh, well, you didn't ask me what type of gender reveal I wanted to have. The first thing that's going to come to their mind, Zaya or anybody, is, oh, I'm more concerned with how people are going to accept me or how this is going to follow through, So I don't think the kid really cares at that point.
I also feel like her voice about this is super performative because who asked for this?
Yeah, I think she's doing too
Who is gonna benefit from this information? What is the reason for you making this post? Do you really feel that passionately about trans rights that you're doing this? I feel like it's kind of for show because I haven't seen her be an ally for the trans community at all in the past. So why now? I
mean, look, Vaughn, you said it over the break. Gender reveal parties was started the wildfires last year. I think that's a better argument against gender reveal parties than what Demi Lovato was doing.
I'm not saying go for gender reveal parties, but not because they're transphobic, because there are different reasons why gender reveal parties are bad.
Yeah,
because people still having them now in a pandemic. Y'all not afraid of.
She had a problem with the colors too.
I agree with the colors thing. Well, I don't agree.
But how,
they're
though?
not wrong. But I just don't I don't know why blue is synonymous with boys and pink is synonymous with girls. We're way past that. That's why I'm saying I don't agree with why they exist. But I mean they're just. But
they're not inherently transphobic in the fact that they exist.
Oh, no, not transphobic. No, I was just saying I don't understand why blue stands for guys, pink stands for girls.
It's just, the way society has formed, and it's really arbitrary, to be honest.
So what other way, should it just be balloons spelling out boy in black? Just so...
No, the color scheme, I feel like it only has as much, power over the gender or whatever that you give it. If you don't make your boys have to strictly wear blue, then it doesn't really matter if you have a sign.
Yeah, but like I said, it's you let them decide what color they want to wear, But as far as the gender reveal party, you're not gonna, pull out pink balloons. Oh, it's a girl. No, it's a boy. What's wrong with you? That's an easier way to distinguish between a boy and a girl.
And I feel
in a gender reveal party.
At that point, it's harmless, and it's just a way for the parents to celebrate the fact that they're having a child and to celebrate the life that they're creating.
Yeah, Demi Lovato she's doing
let
too
people
much.
Enjoy things, bro.
She's doing too much, bro. Like we said, like we were talking about over the break. A lot of these child stars just be wilding, just doing too much. I want to do I don't know, one of my shows we got to do something about child stars because we've seen a lot of cases where child stars just be wilding out. Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato, Raven Simone.
Paul, why would you say that?
What?
Bro, why do you have to say stuff? I texted it to you for a reason. Jesus Christ. I texted it to you for a reason, son. I'm gonna go home and pray. My pop said, I'm identifying as rich, so if you call me broke, you have financial phobia. That's what I'm saying, bro. This woke world is too crazy. You know what,
really
Demi?
I feel like we should just let people do what makes them happy as long as they're not hurting nobody.
You know
and
what?
if it don't affect you, mind your business.
You know what, Demi? You might be onto something. Let's stop celebrating birthdays. You know what?
Yeah.
We need to celebrate every day. So,
Yeah, like Christmas?
What makes your day special?
what about God Miss or
Yeah.
Lord Miss?
Exactly. How about that, Demi?
What about Holy Spirit Miss?
St. Patrick's Day? What about the other saints?
What about St. SpongeBob's Day?
Yeah, exactly.
Or St.
Exactly,
Squidward's
Demi.
Day?
Exactly, Demi.
What about Leif Erikson Day?
Leif Erikson Day.
Dinga Durgan.
Exactly, Demi.
Too woke for me.
Wait till your birthday, Demi.
Yeah.
Just wait.
We're going to treat it just like Donald Trump's.
Yeah.
Nothing.
3 reasons why Demi Lovato is trash coming on your birthday.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Yo, does it fall on a Monday?
It probably does.
I don't know.
I'm going to look up her birthday right now.
Yeah, what do you want to do? What were you saying as far as child stars? What did you want to...
Oh, I was just saying that a lot of child stars be wilding out. And
Would you want to talk about them?
Yeah, because I think that there's a lot of cases that these child stars, they're famous at an early age, don't know how to handle the fame, and they be wilding out once they get older.
We could highlight the horror stories.
Let's do a YouTube video on it.
I'm down to do that, bro. I mean, I just think it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
August 20th.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me check. That's my birthday month. But that's a Friday.
Both Leos.
That's a Friday.
Wait till your birthday, Demi. I'm on your head top.
Whoa. All right. Tweet us now. Let us know what you think. Do you agree with Demi Lovato that gender reveals should be that they're transphobic? I don't know, man. I feel like we're in this world that's too woke for me. You know, everything has to have some certain stipulations or something, like, I don't know. So everything has to come with like a reason, or something has to be explained.
How about you just let people enjoy things?
That's a very easy solution. And as I said, Demi, if you feel so strongly about it, don't go. That's the moral of the story.
You don't have to go.
What's the moral of the story? To each their own. We should all be equal opportunists. And if you feel some way about it, don't go.
You don't have to participate. Ain't nobody forcing you to go.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. If you don't want to have a gender reveal party, then don't.
Yeah, word. No one's making you.
Is Demi really even inclined to speak on this?
No.
She's an ally, I guess.
But, like, just because you're an ally doesn't mean you get to speak for the trans community. Like, you're not a trans person.
How do you know that they wouldn't be represented by you, Demi?
Exactly.
Yeah. How do you know that they're not offended?
You're not exactly a
Did the trans people tell you that this made them mad?
Come on, Sonny. Sonny ain't trying to give them no chances.
I feel like one day she just woke up and was like, you know what?
Damn.
I'm gonna make people mad today. And
woke up and chose violence?
Literally.
For real, Demi, like, these comments are so random.
And where'd it come from?
I like that one.
That was a good one, right?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even though she wasn't on so random. Well, she was.
She was.
I got it. Anyway, like I said, tweet us so let us know what you think. At Commute BNR, or call or text 973-720-2738. Is Demi Lovato too woke? We want to hear y'all thoughts. But what's next?
We're doing WTF.
Oh, sorry, I'm on a different doc. I'm on my own doc.